There was a lot of pressure early on, not from my parents, not from my family, but I think for people surrounding our family, they expected, knowing that my father was a very good footballer, my brother turned out to be decent, and so I was under a little bit of pressure, but I've done my bit and always enjoy playing football.
Born into a Danish footballing dynasty alongside brother Michael, Brian Laudrup would be one of the greatest players to wear his country's red and white.
I used to play against my brother in the backyard, and that was not easy. Obviously, he was 5 years older than me, and what a player he was.
Michael Laudrup had starred at the 1986 FIFA World Cup, and the younger Laudrup broke into the national team a year later, aged just 18. He first came to the world's attention playing in Germany. Bundesliga giants Bayern Munich broke a German transfer record to sign the forward. And it was at Bayern in 1992 that he helped Denmark to European Championship glory, being named Danish Player of the Year in the process. He would then head to Italy and Fiorentina, but in a disastrous season that saw the club relegated, Laudrup was forced to go on the move again.
I was on loan to AC Milan, and it was a very difficult time in my football career, I have to be honest and say that. I was a little worried about, is this going to happen every season, that I'm going somewhere and going somewhere else the next year? I mean, I need some, a quiet life as well. I need my family to be happy as well. So my father was on the phone one day and he says, I've just been contacted by Glasgow Rangers, so let's go up there and have a look. And we did that. I had a great conversation with Walter Smith, and the rest is history. The manager wants to play me in a certain manner, giving me all the freedom on the park that I thrive in, and playing in front of 50,000 people more or less every fortnight.
Laudrup joined the Scottish club in 1994 at one of the greatest times in their history. He won the league in his first 2 seasons and was instrumental in their 9th consecutive triumph. It was his goal that secured the 96-97 title.
9 in a row, I think. Obviously, I was told about 9 in a row since when I joined the club. There were all these Scottish boys, they were talking about 9 in a row, the Old Firm games. I say, okay, we'll see what happens, And but I realized when we achieved that goal, what a relief it was to people around the club, to the players. Obviously, the fans were ecstatic, and my only regret was that it didn't turn out to be 10. But it was, for me, something which I rank alongside the '92 European Championships with Denmark.
In 1998, he finally took to the global stage. It proved to be Denmark's most successful FIFA World Cup. A 4-1 win over Nigeria sealed a place in the quarter-finals.
Well, everybody said that, okay, Denmark, they don't stand a chance, and Nigeria, they've got all these individual skillful players, Okocha, and all these great names. And I remember, we went on the park, before the game to go out and have a warm-up. These Nigerian players, they were, laughing and have a lot of fun. And I thought, okay, are we playing, in the World Cup here, or do they think that it's going to be a walkover? So basically, what we set out to try and shock them, as early as we could. And that was exactly what happened. We scored early on, and they were shell-shocked. I mean, they didn't know what to do, and we just managed to play in a way that day that we could have beaten anybody.
His 82nd and final Denmark appearance came against Brazil. Despite defeat, Brian Laudrup showed just why he's still considered one of the game's great talents.
Playing against a mythical team like Brazil with the players they had, I mean, lose any day, no problem, but to play as well as we did, and unfortunately they had individual players on the day, Ronaldo, and against these players, then in any minute of a game they can do the business, and they certainly did that. Can you expect for a small country like Denmark, I mean, to win a European Championship and then go to the quarterfinal stage of a World Cup? Being part of the biggest achievement in Danish football history is obviously, for me, an incredible feat, and I'm very humbled to have been able to be part of that.